and welcome to another episode of the Play It Up podcast. This episode and the next episode are two very special episodes which we have the privilege of bringing you. So this episode will be covering off a speed run of all of our most favourite moments from episodes 1 through 30 of the podcast, with the following episode covering... Wow, that's classic. Anytime I go to record, some idiot driving past on their horn. I'm going to use this anyway. We've basically gone through and captured all of our favourite moments from the first 50 episodes of the podcast, which we're really excited to bring you. And I hope that you truly have as much fun watching these and reliving them with us as we had in reviewing them, because there are some amazing moments there. But I don't want to ruin anything for you. So sit back, relax, and please enjoy the episode. Thank you.
This is a very janky put together setup, but hopefully everyone likes it. And
all good things start in the garage.
Yes, correct.
Apple.
What did you say? Apple? And
Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm sure there's more. Lots of bands.
That's what I call them, garage bands.
Correct. You are correct. Just a few gaming questions, because this is a gaming podcast. First and foremost, obviously, just talk shit about whatever. There'll be crazy stories, other shit that comes up, just personal life shit, anything. It's just sort of focused around gaming, but that's not all it entails or encompasses, I guess. And I remember we had, I think, was Alex the Kid built in? It was the first one that had the play button.
Don't ever say that in front of my brother.
Why?
Because it's not Alex the Kid. It's Alex Kid. His name is Alex Kid.
A lot of people make that mistake.
Your brother Morgan?
Morgan hates it. Don't ever say it in front of Morgan.
Hey, Morgan.
I'm recording secretly.
The Kid. Really? It's Alex Kid.
Alex Kid.
I'm ashamed.
Is his name? Yeah.
I only said it to trigger Morgan. I knew that.
I knew he hated it.
Yeah. He sends me texts all the time, man.
No, playing Mario Kart, and we're always fucking... You think you're going to win this game, and just before the finish line, you're getting hit by a Kakuba, which we call it in Denmark, Kakuba.
I love that.
The blue shell. It's going to fuck you up, or lightning or whatever.
Strings you down and...
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
Our bunch of mates, we were so into it that if you lose or get hit by something, you're like, oh, you're like, fuck you, fucking throw back in your seat, you're like, oh, for fuck's sake, and
throw your head back.
We're really fucking into it. So I started this fucking huge beam of wood right behind the couch. And I knew when people were getting hit by a lightning or a Kakuba, the blue shell, they were just, and then like, for fuck's sake, and like, they're seriously they're bleeding, they're having a fucking huge bump on their head, and I'm laughing my ass off. But then I get hit by a fucking Kakuba or a shell, and I knew it, so you feel like an idiot, but it's still funny.
Every time you do it,
it doesn't matter.
You should have cut off the wood so
we played the whole fucking flower cup or the whole mushroom cup. 2 hours later, people are still fucking hitting their head back the board.
Everyone's got a concussion.
Fucking dumb, and people are moving up to the couch. So all of a sudden the game gets too intense to moving back and like, I'm gonna win. Like, fuck's sake, this match head in. Like, it's the best thing ever. It only worked for maybe half a year, but...
half a year it took them to learn. What?
That's why I love Mario Kart. It's so fucking intense. Like, you get in the zone and you're like, I'm gonna fucking win this. You get the shortcut on the beach stage where you jump over the little gap and you have to jump just perfect. Get in the little rock gap and you feel like you want it.
Brutal.
Get that, you can just leave the controller. It's just the best feeling ever. Like, fuck, it's good.
It's a very intense game, especially when... That's a game.
He
so much better when you're
purposely
playing
installed
with
a beam of wood so people would hit their heads on it. It's the funniest, man.
Fucking go.
Imagine if you were just playing by yourself and you've gone for a time trial and you miss your time and you hit your head. You feel like the biggest dickhead.
Oh, you would.
But because there's 4 other people, and it's when someone else does something, and it's like, everyone else is like, what the fuck?
And maybe you forget that beam is right behind you.
Yeah,
in the zone, but still.
I still have one. I have a Mega Drive, and I have the Sega Master System. I love the Sega. Its color palette is like amazing. To like just the games you're playing, like Wonder Boy, Fantasy Zone. When we're playing Fantasy Zone as a kid, I lost about 3 seconds, and you're like, what's his name? Whatever. Yeah, and you're just like, doing that little weird shit. Yeah. has little legs and that goes on the floor and stuff. Alex the kid. Alex Kidd. I was about to say something.
Sorry, Morgan.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Alex Kidd Miracle World.
Did you hear that in the last one? No.
Yes, I did. And that's why I'm like, I got it wrong. Alex Kidd and Shinobi World.
Morgan the kitty.
All these great games on the Master System. And I remember them as a kid, and that was my formative years in gaming. Was these, and I sucked. I was terrible at it, except for Vigilante, which was the first game I ever finished. It was on the Sega Master System.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I tried playing it when I was 25, and I'm like, what is this rubbish?
It was really bad now.
Yeah, so you're like running along, you're like, yeah, it's a shit game.
You're like that.
Yeah, like nice, like going, 5 levels of this. But
Wonder Boy holds up, man.
yeah, that, like for me, Wonder Boy from that era is one of my favourites. It's
Which one? Just the
the
first
first
one?
one
Yeah,
on
right.
Sega Master System. I still play it now. Yeah, and
Should we go into that?
It was a cold night.
I'm fine, I don't give a fuck.
Jerry, tell us the toe story, man.
All right. So Johnny and I have a bet after a couple of adult beverages on New Year's Eve that I'm just fucking dismal at Donkey Kong. Like, really, I swear my fucking 13-year-old daughter is chasing my fucking high score right now. And
Should be
yeah,
easy.
we decided. I don't know. I just bloated. I think it was Luke. You were playing, and you're playing.
I was there, yeah. I saw
Was it you playing or was it Sean
Yeah.
playing? Someone was playing.
They
They were playing really fucking good.
in the garage.
And I
yeah.
was like, "Hey Johnny, I reckon if I can't get 100 grand by New Year's Eve next year, like we'll have to do something." And I can't remember who said chop off the toe.
Oh,
Me, I don't know.
It could have been either of you
it's
degenerates.
a toss up between. It's too hard to say who actually said, but there was definitely a
did
toe
come-
getting chopped off, and
we did
both
come
were
to-
okay with that.
Just so
we
people
did
know,
come
this is
to-
100% like one of you two would chop your toe off. Like I know Johnny
we
would
have
do
that.
it if he had to.
The worst
I'll
part
do
is
it
Jerry
too.
and I, we're men. So when you shake hands on it, that's
Yeah,
that's
you
it.
got to keep it. Yeah, that's
But
it.
then-
And the deal
But my
is
missus,
the other
like
guy
Laura, she's
chops
not
off
keen
the
on.
toe.
She's not keen on me losing a toe or even chopping Jerry's off.
Of course
So
she's not.
And the same with Jerry's missus, like Kelly, she
Yeah.
don't want to have anything to do with it. But it's
Well,
just we
the
made
two-
Just so everyone
The
knows,
two
none of us are
girlfriends
keen
were
on you
there.
cutting your toes off.
No, we're gonna do a pinky toe. Like you wouldn't even notice, really.
But can I still skate with missing a pinky toe? Can I still do my little kickflip and shit?
I mean, you can't
Well,
kickflip now.
Exactly. That's right.
True.
Like, yeah. Really.
Sorry, I had to
Yeah.
get you back for your comments earlier.
I, well, from the night, I remember it was literally just
Oh my
god! Can Jerry get 100k?
Yeah.
And if Johnny Bond didn't have to actually do anything,
No, that's what it is. No, it is. No, Johnny's gonna lose a toe. I originally woke up.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I thought he had to get a million or some shit.
Yeah.
You know, someone,
No,
nope. He's just got to fucking. He's gonna sacrifice.
nothing.
So-
that's right. Yeah, that's why it was crazy, because it was if you get
That's
the
the worst
100k,
part.
he loses the toe. If you
Yeah.
don't get the 100k, you lose the toe.
It
Whoever loses
honestly,
the toe, the other person.
It's out of my
eats.
hands. It's out of my hands. I can't do jack
Jerry,
shit. I just have to
if
wait.
You put in the effort, man. You can get 100k
so,
pretty
honestly,
easily.
well, that's it. Honestly, it should give me incentive, but it's May already, and I haven't turned on my cabinet.
You don't really care about your toes that much, I guess.
But then again, it's 100k. If he sits down all day, he'll get it. So he might as well do it New Year's Eve to make it really exciting and fun.
Oh, pff, that's a lot of pressure.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No,
Johnny's trying to like convince you to do it on New Year's Eve.
so like 11:58 p.m. on New Year's Eve. I'll
One
send
credit.
you my INP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's like, yes, I've got my toe. And then 11:59, he sees it.
I'll send you my INP.
And then Jerry brings out the videotape.
That's it. Oh, yeah, that's
yeah,
it. I did. I
VHS.
fucking, yep, that's it. And then
Well, yeah. Yeah, you're not wrong. There are a couple of
Speed's
really
getting
good
lit.
Aussie podcasts, but I don't think there is one, as far as I know, that's as like kind of raw, maybe as this one has been so far with swearing.
Exactly. That's why they need to be more raw.
Hey, I don't mind it. I like it.
Well, fuck it. I'll do my own raw one.
Oh,
Well, apparently it was like Super Ultimate Punch was about like seven fighters. It was over 7 fighter games.
Yeah.
So I guess the only 4 that I know, but I don't even know what the title, whether it's 1, 2, 3, or whatever. I just got like 4 names. So.
Okay. Do you want to give us an impression and we'll guess? Yeah.
Okay. I'll try and make it as hard as like complex as ever.
Please do.
The first one, let's do what are we gonna do? Biggie Bubble Bang!
Whoa! Oh, I got.
I'm assuming that's Raiden.
Yeah, that would have been my closest guess, but it didn't. To me, it didn't sound like Raiden that much.
Shit, what is that? It sound like a Japanese porno or something?
A little bit, yeah.
I'll make it a bit easier. Get over here!
Okay.
There
Mortal
we go.
Kombat.
Yeah.
Which
Next one, sir.
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that's one.
And then the second one, let's try. Oi!
Street Fighter.
Of course.
Wait, was it? Which one?
It was Street Fighter, but I don't know which one.
Oh, that was Honda, right? Oi. Or is that?
Yeah, it was
Akuma?
Honda. Yeah.
Oi.
Oi! Oi!
I hate Honda.
It's gonna get a bit harder from here, so I guess
Yeah, that was the easy ones.
I never knew I could have.
What the hell?
Oh, that was awesome. Oh, you got to do that again.
I'll try something a bit easier. I win.
Oh.
Well,
He's an Australian character in the game.
Oh, Big Bear? Is the character Big Bear?
No, it's not Big Bear. It's Bad and Fury. I wish it was.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez, I don't know.
Australian character.
Oh, what else should I say? Just say I'll do something else. I'll do another question about that. It's like, put your moon boots on because you're in for a ride.
Oh. No, I got nothing.
Gravity means nothing in this game.
Gravity.
Oh, Virtual Fighter. Virtual Fighter.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I think everyone here would have I send a message to Jimmy and Ben just being like, how can we help? You know, what can we do?
Nice,
it's I think that shows, and just asking the bar staff, how have you guys been going? How have you been getting by? Can you get on the job?
You're on the job keeper thing.
I think that kind of shows what it means to us.
It's not just a place you go. To get what you want out of it. You want to give back.
Dude, it's cheers. It's cheers.
It is. Everybody knows your name. It is, man.
Tyson is dead. What is it? Ted Danson.
He is. Tyson Danson.
Yeah.
I want to be part of that.
Yeah, totally.
And if I ever set a record on something, I want to do it here.
Yeah.
I'd love to get my kill screen here on Donkey Kong.
What better place to do it live at your local arcade?
Man, it would just. I'd probably cry.
Yeah.
Man. Talking about it now, I'd feel emotional.
Sure.
You
put that
goosebumps.
Many hours into something.
Yeah. I don't know what my life would look like if Netherworld never opened, because so much of my time and energy compared to what it used to be now is focused towards retro games.
Yep.
Being at Netherworld, competing. Yeah. Some of my best mates, you guys, never would have met you guys.
Yeah.
People I'm a skateboarder, and I skate with Aaron.
Yep.
And I skate with Luke Bushell, Kibby, Johnny.
They're
all these guys.
Gamers.
They're all gamers. I met them all through Netherworld, and now I skateboard with them. I mean, I feel like if Netherworld never opened, I'd be kind of lonely. Like, I do have some mates from high school and stuff, but like, I have so many more friends now and so much more of a community, and like, just because
There's like a
of this
whole
place.
new friends group just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just big shout out to the staff and owners. Like, I could probably go through everyone, but I don't want to because I might miss someone who, who's new or I don't know their name. But like, just know that the sort of
subsidise
subsidise
your addiction.
Yeah.
You get someone else to come and drink.
That's basically,
yeah.
That's what I want to do with a game shop. I want to subsidise my addiction to video games.
So you can
by making money off games, having a little cafe in there or something. Like that's my idea. I want to do one day, but we'll see. That's even I think that's even harder to get working than because I couldn't sell booze unless maybe I could. That's a topic for another day, but.
But drunk people looking at video games they wanted to buy,
that's the
they
thing.
spill a drink into that's 10 games, who knows?
Isn't that funny?
50 games ruined,
you get people in, give them a few drinks for cheap, and then you say, "Oh, I'm selling these retro games, by the way. Oh, $60 for this Mario Bros. Duck Hunt."
There was this guy who had an antique shop, and he said, "If you break anything, you pay for it." So there was a nightclub next door. So and they kind of made like a tunnel, so you couldn't leave that club without going through the antique shop. And they just broke so much stuff in there, and they have to pay for it all. And they even upped the prices a little bit before people went in, just so because they knew to break stuff. It's so mean, and people are just like so drunk.
Johnny, you have a good story for fucking any circumstance.
It's the funniest
I
thing
swear.
ever. I'll have to find it on YouTube and send you guys links. It's the funniest thing ever.
That's genius. I'm going to go find a nightclub that has like an empty shop nearby and just start something with really expensive items that are breakable. Do that now. And then restart again. Man, we are nerds. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, baby. All right, we'll be back shortly after these messages from nobody. Superstars, not WrestleMania. It's got Hulk Hogan just with the meanest looking mug in the world on the front there. If you can see that. Awesome. Yeah. Just really clenching his teeth like he needs to go to the toilet and do some speed runs. Terminator 2. That should be a new thing. Oh, just got to go do a speed run.
Speed run.
Yeah.
Quick 2, 3 minute, 5 minute, 10 minute speed run.
Yeah. Oh no, I better run. I've got the speed runs.
We've got the speed runs. There, we've got it. We've got it now. We've got
it. What does he mean? He's just going to go play Mario. Yeah, I think it was more than a year ago, but he got his kill screen.
I'd love to see,
man. Yep.
Yeah, I'd love to see his progress bar, from his first game, and would just be incredible.
Yeah. Just a big
Yeah.
Man, the opposite to mine.
What was that? What was that sound effect, Sean?
Yeah, it's the official sound of a progress bar. I think you're fine.
There's been so much speculation within gameplay, within the community, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
So I would be really up. Kind of thing. So I think just a nice clean run would be perfect.
Sorry, I think it might have been my internet. You guys both just froze for a sec. So last thing I heard was there's been speculation in the community.
Yeah.
There's Sean. It's definitely your connection, Sean.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I heard him fine. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that would have been mine.
I was just saying that I'd rather do a clean run where, because of the speculation within some of the games, to like a 1 credit clearing the game. I was only 2 enemies off, so yeah, getting there. So
as they say in Germany, das ist brutal, mein Gott.
So that it's really bittersweet. Getting so close and not finishing doing a 1 credit clear.
Mm.
But definitely learning as I go along. So yeah, that's the main thing for me. So yeah.
Usually you have to
Just
like worry about finishing too soon. You know.
I don't know what you mean.
This time you had trouble finishing at all, which is a turnaround there. Wow.
Yeah, it was stiff as a board and just nowhere to
So.
go.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Yeah. So, I don't know. What's I know, Neil, you've got I don't know how many, if you have Game Boys and stuff, but you definitely have that cool Neo Geo handheld thing.
Yeah, so I've got a couple of Nintendo Game Boys. I've got 2 of the originals. This would probably be our prize one though. This is the Game Boy Color Pokemon Edition.
Ooh,
So that was
tasty.
in the prize package. It's Jen got this in the prize package of the Cheese TV competition. So she won that off Cheese TV. So a little bit of Australian history there.
That should be worth like
she's even got
$100,000,
a couple of
man.
like the. She's still got a couple of the games that it came with. So just Soul Silver and just Pokemon Red, but I suppose you can pick them up anywhere.
Yeah, but do they have
this?
Jared's
It's like
DNA on them? You know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm just going to go grab some water as well. I am thirsty as.
Oh, nice. You're a thirsty one, Mike. Hey, Neil. Just think away. I'm not here. Well, while we're waiting for Mike, let's just admire this 8-bit dough. I don't know how to say it. 8-bit dough or 8-bit dough.
Whoa, that's so cool, man. Just needed a close up there.
I don't think looking into the camera lets you see it better, mate. We got some gifts sent from Australia for the family.
We get it, man. Yeah, we know all about Tim Tams.
Oh, who doesn't love them?
Yeah, I don't like them.
You don't like them, Mike?
No.
I'm just going to mute Mike for a second, Neil.
Welcome to Neil and Sean's podcast.
Yeah. Play it up with no mics allowed.
Sleeved edition.
Sleeved edition. That's so good. Long sleeves or short sleeves? Muscle shirts or Sorry, Mike. You're allowed to not like Tim Tams, mate.
Yeah, I like Vegemite. You know, I don't mind a bit of VB.
Bit of VB. The
very
Aussie,
best.
I guess.
There's a couple that come in mind. I'm trying to think of like a specific one, but I remember getting a new, the family got a new Panasonic CRT TV and a PS1.
What?
In the same Christmas.
That's like
and
a
it came with. Yeah, it was amazing, man. It was really cool. I remember my brother playing Ridge Racer, we had Ridge Racer, which I thought was really cool. Like, I think it must be one of the first PlayStation games ever made. So
nice.
So we got it like super early on, and I've always got this great memory of my brother playing the PlayStation 1. I think it wasn't that Christmas, but the next Christmas we got Gran Turismo, and he was playing Gran Turismo. He's like, Neil, graphics are never going to get as good as this, man. Like, this is the best.
Mark my words, Neil.
Yeah. He almost said it like, he said it almost like every console, I swear. Like, I remember him saying it for like Mortal Kombat on the Mega Drive. He was like, Neil, they've just put people in games. Like, not going to get better than this.
I love how serious it sounds. Like, it's like he sat you down for a serious chat.
Yeah, like, well, he's like 8 years older than me, so it's like kind of like this like, he was pretty much like a second father in a way. So like, just like, mate, this is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, it happened every console though. So Halo came out on the Xbox, and once again there he was. So Yeah, no, but yeah, that's yeah, I suppose like just the joy of opening up that PS1 when I was old enough to understand.
Sweet. Well,
And Sean,
I've got a few that come to mind. The first one I think I've spoken about on the podcast before was when we got a couple of Game Boys, and I actually still have the footage of it, which was really cool. We're all opening it, and it's hilarious because we're all like trying to open this present at the same time because there's 5 kids in my family, and everyone, wants to open a present, especially because we would always get these like epic like family presents. Everyone gets their individual presents, but then we knew the family presents, like like things from like a trampoline to a Game Boy, which is what was in this one. And like it's so funny because my brother's right next to me and he's trying to get in there, and I guess he was a bit more aggressive. My mum just like goes like smacks the shit out of him because he's like being too like aggressive, and it's so funny. But it doesn't like phase him at all. He's just like back into it. And then I don't know who says it, but you just hear someone say, "Oh, Game Boy, excellent!" And it's so good, man. We got like Bubble Ghosts, Hook, Tetris. Yeah, okay, that's right. And how did that sound, Neil?
well, this is a funny story. So I saw him the other day at Ultimate Denizen, and after he did it, I ended the next podcast by doing the Licky Bomb Bombay at the very end of the episode. Yeah, I think I might have done it a second time as well on the podcast, and I thought I heard you one day, Sean, saying like that he thought that was funny. That I did it the second time. But when I was at Ultimate Denizen, it's like, why the fuck do you keep on doing that Licky Bomb Bombay shit? So I was doing it as like a bit of a shout out to what he did, to find out that he fucking hates it.
Sorry, Buzz. That's hilarious, man.
The other one that we used to have, like Filthy Brothers again. If we used to get shitty at each other, there was always the ploy of saving their Sim City game. We used to play Sim City on the PC. And so what you used to do is you used to load up your brother's games if they've been an asshole to you, and just like hit the fucking cyclone button like 7 times and just like completely muff their city then save it. And then so next time they load it up, like their whole town's just gone to shit. So yeah.
That's dark, man. That is dark.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I should have left that for my other podcast, maybe.
Neil's deep dark secrets.
Yeah, we all used to do it. Yeah, we all used to do it to each other. But
man, you guys,
it's not a state.
Sounds brutal, man. It sounds like a stressful household. Like nothing is safe. Nothing is sacred, man. Like, oh, you stole my last red frog. I'm gonna kill your whole city. Oh man.
Take that, Kansopolis.
Kansopolis. We had a lot of good games on it. 2 of them being Ghosts and Goblins and California Games. Probably 2 of the most ones that we played a lot together. So I was in there 1993, 94, playing on my own, playing Ghosts and Goblins on the disc. So Ghosts and Goblins was on the disc, and I think that was the second or the first boot disc for California Games. So if you didn't have one boot disc or the other, you couldn't play California Games. It wouldn't load. You'd need to boot off 2 discs. So playing Ghosts and Goblins on one of those discs, both of our favourite siblings as games to play. I died at some point jumping a zombie, or I died and like my legs kicked, and as I kicked forward with my foot, I hit the power pack. The power pack knocked the plug out of the wall, and it it must have sent a power surge to the disk drive and it wiped the disk. And I have not told my siblings about this yet. I probably should break it. Probably should break it to them that maybe I was the reason they lost two of their most favourite games on Commodore 64.
Cat is out of the bag, man.
Yeah.
You dirty dog.
So
this is just supposed to be like this is supposed to just be a light felt podcast, right? Like it just taking it to a new level.
And
confessions.
Like, not only the siblings lost their favourite game, I also lost my favourite games because they were definitely two of my top games to play. And as soon as the power went off, I plugged it back in. I'm like, load lists, $, enter, nothing. Just dead disk, empty disk, wiped.
So what did you do? You just sort of backed away slowly and thought...
Put the disc back in the thing. I was like, okay. Yeah, just played other stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Sad.
Yeah, it was...
Damn.
It was sad because it was like our favourite games. That was my favourite. Like Ghosts and Goblins is awesome on Commodore 64. So is California Games. Even though we could only play 3 of the mini games in California Games, it was still surfing, half pipe, and footbag, which are like maybe there was 3 discs to the set, and we only had 2 of them. Like I don't know.
Right. But footbag is where it's at, man. Footbag on the California.
Gordon knows a bit about footbag. Yeah.
Ooh. Axel, double axle Foley. Man.
Axel Foley, yeah.
Yeah,
you got to
man.
get that seagull with the footbag. Like
you do, yeah. And then you get extra points, I think, and you also collect a little magic, like sparkly thing, and it gives you extra points.
Maybe.
The last thing I wanted to do was just a quick shout out to a mate. His name's Josh Bevan, and he lives in China, and he's a huge fan of the podcast. So our podcast reached China, which is pretty awesome.
We have a fan?
Whoa.
yeah. I don't know what's more impressive.
Dude, that makes me super happy, man. Like that's incredible, honestly. That because I thought only people who know us listen to it, you know.
Well, he does. I am friends with him, but that's okay.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it.
He doesn't know you guys, which is nice.
Freaking hammered that day.
Man, I'm sick of this.
I've got a funny story about this. So I tried to hire out. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it was EX, but I tried to hire out like a 3D kind of Street Fighter game. When I was sick or something from school, and my mum was like, oh, you can hire out a game or whatnot, and I knew that they had like this kind of 3D Street Fighter game. Yeah, Legend, right? Anyway, she so I told her what I wanted. She went down to Video Easy, and she came back with Street Fighter the movie game, which was just fucking terrible. It was it was the worst game I've ever played. It's up there anyway. It was terrible.
Man. I mean, EX is, as far as I know, they're not the best games, those 3D ones. But
yeah, they're pretty clunky,
Yeah, but the Street Fighter the movie,
Yeah, so I've never actually played the 3D versions at all. I just got stuck with the movie, unfortunately. Which I didn't play for very long. I went back to something I owned.
Probably Wonder Boy. You didn't own Wonder Boy, did you, at the time?
No, I didn't. No, I never had Wonder Boy. But yeah, I can't remember what I was playing.
It only came out in Japan.
Nice.
And,
and it was just super. And after about 3 a.m., it just got super trippy. Jimmy came out at one point. I think it was about 1 a.m, and he's like, "Did someone fall over out here?" Because they were like playing pinball in the front room of Netherworld, and we were in the back room in the arcade side. And Jimmy's like, "Did someone fall over?" And we're like, "No, man. Like we're all good." But
Jimmy's just losing his mind.
But what's weird is like 2 hours later, we were playing Halo on Halo 1, like on the original Xbox Halo 1 on Aaron's Xbox 360. It took him a while to set it up, because there was some parental controls shit in place. But yeah, we're playing Halo for like an hour and a half, drinking beers and having waters and hydrating and playing games, hanging out, trying not to fall asleep. And Aaron went to get up off the table that he was sitting on, which had my 2 drinks and his drink, and it had a controller, his Xbox 360 controller, and a what else is on there? And his Halo 2 box, like steel box collector's edition on the table. He went to get off the table, like because he was sitting on it, and it caught on his pants. The table went forwards and back. All the glasses smashed, and there was beer everywhere. I had my life mix of water, Gatorade, and Red Bull going on, which was also helping out. Smashed, sticky beer all over the ground. And this is like Jimmy basically had a premonition that this was going to happen 2 or 3 hours before it happened.
Dude,
oh man,
it is a monster-themed bar called Netherworld.
Yeah.
So spooky.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Trippy.
so man, that was pretty trippy. About 4 a.m, I went, like we were starting to see things a little bit. Like I walked out of the toilets at about 4 a.m, and I stepped back thinking someone was walking into the toilet because there's like some patterns on the wall of the toilet. It looked like a leg. I literally stepped back and I was like, oh, so, and there was no one there. I'm like, okay, there.
A lot of English words, or at least what they think English-speaking people use for a hat. They call it a cappy, not a cap. It's cappy. And phone is handy, which we all know what a handy really is, but they say handy.
So when you went over there, they said, "Hey, do you need a handy?" What did you say?
Handy. Yeah, I was very disappointed. Let me tell you.
You know, imagine if they've got an
That is
original
so
Donkey
cool.
Kong poster or something in there. That would be freaking rad.
I was going to ask, did
It
they
would
have
be.
the original Japanese DK floating around over
The
there?
funniest thing is I have never run into a Donkey Kong in Japan in its
either.
arcades.
Yeah.
I know there was
Me
a
either.
fantastic Donkey Kong player in Japan called, his handle or online, gamer tag or whatever is called Akuazu, and he's really good.
Oh, he's top 10.
Yeah, he's really good. And
oh, is that who that is?
if you go watch his
Yeah,
video, if you go watch his gameplay, he goes to an arcade and he plays Donkey Kong in the arcade. They bring out the board for him. It's like in bubble wrap. And he plays it on the spot. Yeah. So there are these arcades in Japan where people will come to set high scores,
Wow.
And
That's
yeah,
so
they
cool.
literally just unwrap the bubble wrap, they put the board in, he plays it, and at the end you can see him, he turns to the camera, he's like, thumbs up.
Oh, look at that. Got it.
a
It's
dude.
on a, it's so cool because it's so Japanese. 'Cause it's on an Astro City. That's
Yeah.
Oh, he plays it on an Astro City.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
man,
they
he's-
don't have the Western cabs, right? And
Oh no,
I mean,
it's just a vertical Astro City.
they
That's
didn't
sick.
I'm pretty sure they didn't do stand-up Donkey Kongs in Japan. I'm pretty sure they only have the cocktail versions, the white
Yeah,
Nintendo
right.
cabinets, and the American ones were the ones that were stand-up that we're used to.
Mm.
So
Mm.
yeah, I have never seen a Donkey Kong there.
All right, welcome back to another episode of the Play It Up podcast. This is a bit of a special one. I feel like I say that a lot, but it's a bit different. We don't have Neil. He was unavailable. And because of this, we have decided to add Dennis Edmonds to the mix. G'day, mate. Welcome to the podcast. Thanks for joining
Thank you.
us.
Thank you so much for having me. Really appreciate it.
No worries, mate. If you want to say it's a dream come true, that's okay. It's not too much.
Well,
but also you don't have to say.
It is pretty awesome. So yeah,
it is something.
Thank you.
Famous John
Infamous.
Tannehill of Space Invaders fame.
What up,
G'day,
Tanner?
mate.
Hi guys, good to see you guys.
Hey, buddy.
Ew.
Mate,
You got a world record, don't you?
Oh, I think so.
In some, I think I do. In some fairly popular game that came out in, was it 1977?
78.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
All right. Start again. I ruined the podcast. No. 78. It was Star Wars that came out in 77.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. I was close. Yeah, welcome,
Yeah.
man. Thanks for joining us. You've been meaning to have you on for a while now, and
Yeah, I've been
good that we
waiting
can
for you
do
to
it.
invite me on for a long time. Yeah.
I've just been patiently watching, waiting for the
Yeah.
right time until your
Yeah.
mustache was exactly perfect.
I know.
So, hey, John, mate,
Nice.
I hear you got a bit of a collection
Hey.
and CRTs and stuff, and maybe a sick Sega Nomad. What do you reckon?
Weren't you going to answer the same questions you asked Dennis? I feel left out.
Yeah. Also,
Eventually,
what was your
I have a
first?
Sega Nomad. I haven't told you that yet.
Look, all
Yeah,
right.
that's true. You don't
Let's
know
be
that.
honest. Sean forgot to hit record on the last meeting, and I made a huge mistake. And I'm very sorry, but we're going to have to go through some of this stuff again. So, what was your favorite console, first console, and game?
And there's an instant bond. And so
Yeah.
I was really proud and wanted to let him know that I'd finally achieved my
Yeah.
goal and pushed the score up. And I've looked at the time zones and I went, if I called him up, it'd be about 3 a.m. over in New Jersey. I thought, nah, fuck it, I'm going to call him up anyway. So I've called him up. I've woken him up in the middle of the night and he just goes, Jono, can I call you back in the morning? And I said, oh, yeah, I just wanted to let you know that I broke your world record. He goes, great. Love you, mate. Bye.
That was it.
Awesome.
You must have been in shock after that amount of time and that amount of focus. You must have been so drained and
and you tripled your PB, right? So
yes,
you weren't expecting to beat the world record either.
No, so it was quite a euphoric experience. But although as anyone who's played a world record game would know, as soon as you finish the game, the stress doesn't immediately stop because then you've got to record all of the PCBs and the machine to show that everything was recorded on legitimate hardware before eventually, because you're playing a 40-year-old machine. It could break down on you any given second. So the stress of getting everything recorded, showing that everything's legit before you can finally relax and enjoy the accomplishment.
Got to get your evidence. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 100%.
Man.
All right.
But congratulations! Even though it's been years since you did it, man, that's a really cool story. Meeting the world record holder who's held it for 9 years, and then beating him, and then waking him up in the morning. And what everyone really wants to know is though, what did you have for lunch? Because you said you were just going to have a game of Space Invaders and then get lunch, and then next minute you're the world record holder on the oldest, most popular.
Yeah, the most well-known video game of pretty much of all time, really.
Yeah.
I was just going to make a chicken and mayo sandwich.
Oh, mate, classic.
Nothing flash, but
did you treat yourself afterwards though? Did you step it up after that and go, well, you know what, I might go for KFC?
Yeah.
Really good mayo and sandwich.
Beautiful.
I would have got KFC, but my chicken and mayo sangers are better.
Yeah. Well, I can't beat this.
Mate, roast chicken from the local IGA, bit of stuffing on there, that's awesome, man. John, mate, you got some... What are those weird TVs you got there behind you? Say it CRTs or something, mate?
Wait, what? 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 I haven't seen that. Where'd they come from?
I don't know.
Where's my 60-inch OLED fancy flat screen bloody fucking I don't care about good picture quality modern TV?
Yeah. They're not LCDs, are they?
No, never. LCDs can mix them all.
Anyone for about 10 years, but okay, sure.
Yeah.
It happen, I lose. But it was a great night. It was a lot to take in. Just being out after was a lot to take in, but
I know that feel.
Yeah. So I think after that, he took me to One Up, and I was just like, and he took me for the tour, and that was, One Up was downstairs in the basement, and I think at some point he was talking, and I stopped walking with him. And he sort of turned around, and I'm stuck on Sinead. Not off any. It was nuts, right? I mean, there's like 220 original cabinets there, plus what's in the back room. It's insane, right? I mean, if you've never been there, like, what is this? And how long's it been here for? And why didn't anyone tell me? All those things.
Yeah. Haven't you played He's probably good at all the Mario Karts, but I was wondering if he had just never played any other one and just stuck with Super Mario Kart for like 20 years.
I've got an anecdote about Super Mario Kart.
Ooh.
So me and my brother were just glued to it, and after we got the fast start down pat, where we could pretty much do it every time, we were following the NES magazine where they had the state titles for who could do Mario Circuit 1 the fastest. We were following that. It would have been maybe 93, 94, something around there. There was like this rolling thing. And the winner got that 3D sort of vortex. It was like it used the FX chip that Starwing had. Had the extra little chips on the side. I think it was Vortex, and you could change.
Oh, the game Vortex.
Yeah, the winner got that game.
Yep.
So we were passively playing this game, and once we got the fast starts down, we were like, right, I think the secret is to never break. If we can do this without breaking, we're in with a chance. So the first few months or so, people were using the easy guys like Toad and Princess and all that, and we were like, I think no high end. There's no top speed with those guys, right? They're all just trying to get the fast start, and then so. But then it started to move on to Mario and Luigi, like your middle pack, right? So me and my brother were like, we're not waiting 2 months for someone to work out what we're working on. So we ended up using Bowser and DK, and we were like, if we get a fast start, never break, only use the rudder flippers, how can you beat that? And just follow like race lines, like cut the angle in, accelerate out, all that sort of stuff, like your Gran Turismo track line.
Yeah.
So we did that action. We're working this game like non-stop. We got this time that was nuts underneath the current record. Like it was insanely underneath the record. And we had no way of capturing it there. And we just random old man. We're like, Dad, you gotta take a photo of this. You gotta take a photo. We're gonna get a game. We're gonna win this NES thing. We've got it. All he had to do was take a photo with the camera. But he was just like, no. Yeah. He just goes, no. Is you go and buy a roll of film, and then you can do it right. It's like a 40-minute ride down to the main street, and I don't even have any money. Look, how unreasonable! I couldn't believe it. And then like the winner was announced at some point, July, whatever. And I'm looking at it going, we bet that by over a second. We bet it. And it's gone. And like we ended up selling our Super Nintendo and all the games to a video shop in Mildura in about 97, I think. It was just a moment of stupidity in my life. They were all in the box. We had the plastic inner sleeve, everything. And whoa. And so it was all gone. And I mean, if I hadn't have sold it, it's possible that track time would have saved on the coin battery. It would have still been on there, but it's gone. So someone else picked up Vortex. We never got it.
The events of the first weekend of BPAC. Yeah,
let's do this.
What a weekend it was!
Oh, man,
yeah. I guess actually before we get there, like, did any of these guys put in any specific sort of training or do anything in preparation to get ready for this competition, or was it a case, or was it because I know I didn't, because I was thinking COVID's around, might get called off. Like, why am I going to grind away and play this game? And I
gave me liver arrest the month before.
I did the opposite. I drank every day for 2 months and lead up to the BPAC. That was my training. Yeah.
I had the best intentions to train and to practice, and then I had an issue with one of my teeth and had to have it extracted at last minute notice, and literally spent the next 4 to 5 days, just ruined. And I was worried. I was not just worried about being able to get up to Brisbane. I was worried about being able to stay awake or be awake enough.
Be present.
Yeah. Be mentally aware enough to know what was going on. But by the time I got there, it was more of just a pain, like a shooting pain, as opposed to just being completely on my butt. So I was lucky. I was very lucky in multiple ways to get up there.
Man, yeah, so many ways, which I'm sure we'll cover off.
Good stuff, man. And speaking about N64, I think maybe Johnny afforded us some sort of little snippet in a chat group somewhere where was your family featured in the N64 magazine? Or one of
I'm still looking for a copy of that, actually. We found a digital one, but not a physical one. So N64 magazine, issue 38, if anyone has one of those. But so back in, I want to say it was late 99, early 2000s, us as a family, we grinded the heck out of one track in 1080 snowboarding, the first track, Crystal Lake. And we got pretty good times, and we were beating the records in the N64 mags. So we sent all of our times in, with photo evidence on our, 14-inch TV that we were playing on.
Cool. Awesome.
To the magazine, and they recognized it, and they put it in the mag and stuff. And
awesome.
then sent us like a couple of controllers and that sort of thing too.
Cool.
So yeah, that's we're immortalized as a family in that book. So there's myself, my brother, mum and dad all got photos in this magazine.
Sweet ass.
From 99, 2000, which is pretty crazy. But
that's wild, man. I love that.
So looking for a copy of that. But there's a pretty good 1080 speedrun community right now.
Oh, wow.
Especially for that track, because it's the first track, and I guess it's the most prestigious.
Yeah.
But it turns out my mum and my brother had the world record at one stage.
Oh, nice.
During that photo.
Wow, that's awesome.
That is great.
Yeah, so pretty crazy. But if anyone listening has a copy of that mag, they can sell me. I'll definitely pay some money for it.
We'll put the call out, mate, for sure.
Sure.
And it was at a point even just turning it on and feeling like going to play it again. I felt like the sun dread of playing Wonder Boy again. So I quickly put that away and thought that it's best for me to just focus on what I'm doing with Ghosts and Goblins. So
the amount of information in your brain, Neil, that was previously there for Wonder Boy has just been pushed out by Ghosts and Goblins.
Exactly.
It's the way it is. You've learned a whole new way of playing a different game.
Yeah, for sure. So something that exciting that happened this month. I've been talking to, when I broke the world record for Wonder Boy, I actually reached out to Raiichi Nishizawa, who is the actual creator of Wonder Boy, and we got chatting and whatnot over the last few years. It's been really nice to kind of talk to him about the game and things like that. But he actually sent over some stuff for me that I sent it over for him to get signed, and after 2 years, it's finally come back.
Man.
Oh wow!
So I took these flyers, or what do you call it? The front prints,
the inserts of the
inserts of the Sega Master System games, and got them signed.
That's awesome.
So I got he wasn't director of all of them. He only directed the first one, but he still had a big part to do with the other 3 games. So I got them all signed.
And are they the inserts from the Master System games that you own?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I've got some really cool copies there. So I've got that all sorted,
man.
And I also got a marquee. I sent over a marquee and got that signed as well. So I've got that as well.
That is
that's
so
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
And he signed, he gave me some other stuff. He signed a shirt with all the Wonder Boy characters on it from Uniqlo. So I got that one sorted. And
who's that?
he also sent over this, which is a part of his new game, which I'm failing to remember what it's called. But yeah, he pulled out a new game.
You'll remember when we finish the podcast, and you'll be
Yeah,
like,
that's
"Oh, yeah,
right.
that's the game."
I'll put a link to it or something. But yeah, he sent me that one as well. So yeah, I was absolutely cool with that. Like I said, it's been a long time coming.
That's great.
That's
felt-
fantastic.
yeah, it's awesome here. He felt really kind of like he was a bit shy about doing it all. I suppose just culturally, he like he felt very humbled by my request. So he said that's why it took so long to get sorted. But yeah, glad to have it back, and yeah, we'll definitely hang it up or put it in a light box or something.
On this Danish forum,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was, I can't remember, Thomas, who's not among us anymore, he approached or contacted me and said, can you, I think it was actually him that invented the term open shed. Yeah.
Legend.
Can't you, yeah, he was a legend. Can you take a day out of your calendar so we can come visit you? And Thomas and Jacob, you met Jacob?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
He was at
Daniel.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
Jacob was here.
People
when
have
you were
different
here.
nicknames and stuff, and I met so many people that it's hard to remember everyone.
He was the bald guy with the glasses.
Oh, I know him as Spring Jacob. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I remember him, because of his trading card or his name on
Oh.
somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. The Metal Slug legend.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be interviewing him too. I already asked him on Facebook.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Jacob, Thomas, and a guy called Daniel. They were the first ones here, and they came on a Saturday at 2 or 3 o'clock and left again. Drove home the same day because there was no beer. We were just talking and playing games.
Wow, that's
and we
awesome.
still are doing that.
What? No
beers.
beer? Yeah. Okay. Maybe beer means something different in Danish, but
yeah, no.
So that was the first open shed, and that was
the first one.
What year was that?
2010.
Okay, wow. So there's already been the 10th anniversary. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the beginning of like something beautiful and legendary amongst the retro, like arcade gaming community. So what happened with the next shed then? Did that kind of spark something in your mind to be like, hey, like this could be a real thing that happens every so often, or
the first one there, or
like
what
after
do you
they
mean?
left, or did you then sort of think?
They asked if I would do another one, and of course I wanted to do another one, and then it eventually just became a whole weekend. I can't remember how long time that took, but I think this second open shed was a weekend, and I remember I made a Facebook group, and I invited people to come to Open Shed 5, and I think there were like 24 people here.
Wow.
Insane, yeah.
Jeez,
it got a bit out of hand.
That's a good amount. 24. How many
Yeah.
were at the one recently that stayed there?
There were a lot too. I think there were like maybe 15, 16, 17.
Yeah, and that felt like a decent amount already. So 24.
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who cares?
That was fun. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone's getting along and nice, then the more the merrier, almost.
Yeah, definitely. Also, it's a bit fun to see the old open sheds versus the new open sheds. I got pictures from, I think it was Open Shed 9 or 10 or 11. A lot of people playing the games.
Aha.
And fast forward to to open shit at 25. A lot of people hanging in the bar.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Was the bar always in there from the beginning, or did that come at a
I
certain
put the bar
point?
in there from the beginning. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Because I guess once you get to know people and you become friends, you actually want to hang out more than you
speak
play the
with them,
games.
yeah.
True. So when I was there, I was like, I want to get a kill screen at the shed. Didn't end up happening, but I wanted to play the games because I hadn't played an arcade machine for almost a year since I moved to Germany. So, man, you have to know, like, for me, that was like the second time I ever walked into somewhere like Netherworld where I was just like, holy shit, this is heaven. It really meant so much to me to come there, and I really appreciated
I'm
it.
glad.
Yeah,
It's nice having you.
Thanks, man.
I mean, you fit it right in. Everybody who comes here is easy to talk to. There's no hocus pocus or anything.
Yeah, no one. There was no bullshit. It was just like we all like beer, we all like games, and and hot dogs.
Oh yeah, you like the hot dogs? Oh man, I was full.
Man, if anyone goes to Denmark, have a French hot dog and then whatever other hot dogs they're offering, and you're gonna fucking have a good time.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't have a choice.
Well, thanks, Jacob, for coming on to the Play It Up podcast.
Oh, dude, that's actually cool because I want to experience like more of that game because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
Some of the best music too in the Mario series, like, oh god, gorgeous. So then, what would you say was your next console or big game?
Yeah.
What was some of your favorites of the Super Nintendo? Because that's my favorite console.
Oh, on the Super Nintendo, Super Mario Kart.
Oh yeah,
played that a lot. The first one.
Hell yeah.
I was getting into gaming magazines back then, so I saw the 2-page spread with Super Mario Kart, and I just had to have that one. So
that's like the equivalent of like a Playboy centerfold, when you're
exactly. So
the 2-page spread.
I saved up for that and then bought it. It's the first game I bought on release.
Whoa, cool.
And I had a friend stay over. We played it all weekend. We stayed up on Friday and played it all the way to like 5 a.m. Slept for 2 hours, and then
that's awesome.
started playing again. And it's the family game. I play with my brothers and my dad every year around Christmas.
Awesome.
That's heaps good.
We have a get together, so we pull out the Super Nintendo and put on Super Mario Kart and battle it out.
Hell yeah, man! Are they still gamers?
So how long has it been now? It's what is it? 30 years now?
Yeah.
No, 29. 29 years.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so cool. Like every Christmas, it's like, all right, time to kick their ass at Mario Kart again.
Yeah. And another great one is Street Fighter 2, the first one. I played that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
I remember them rolling it into the arcade. When it came out. I mean, that tiny arcade, it was 2 by 3 meters, and they had like 8 machines in there. So it was pretty cramped. And everybody there loved Street Fighter 1. And thinking back, I don't know how we played that game. I mean, you have to take into account it was the time when the favorite movies of ours was American Ninja and Karate Kid. So there was no fighting games around back then. I mean, GR Kung Fu maybe, or Karate Champ. But then we got Street Fighter 1 with the big sprites. But as I remember it was not those big punch buttons. We didn't have that. And it was definitely not 6 buttons per player. I think it was only 2 buttons, punch and a kick. So I have no idea how we played it back then.
Wow.
Yeah,
but then one day, the operator, he came in with a new machine that had we could see it was for 2 players, and each player had 6 buttons. So it was just, what, that many buttons? What's going on? Then you turn on the machine, and it was just instantly popular.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is, nobody played versus against each other. Everybody played the computer back then.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, but some played against each other. A friend of mine, he played one of the older guys there,
and he kept doing the sweep move with Guile, that double sweep.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that older guy, he couldn't get past it. He was like shouting,
So
"Stop
mad.
doing that! Stop doing that!" And of course, he
Classic.
didn't stop doing that because he didn't want to lose his quarter. Because when he had beat that guy, he could continue playing.
Yeah,
So,
of course.
so that guy, he just punched him in the stomach because he wouldn't stop.
In real
Holy
life.
shit.
Yeah, in real life, right
Oh
there.
my
on camera.
God.
Did he say,
"I told you to stop doing that." Bop.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we didn't have in the arcade. There was no move instructions, so nobody knew how to do anything.
Wow.
We didn't know about. It wasn't until I got the Super Nintendo that we figured out there were special moves in the game.
Oh man. Wow, a simpler time. Like
Yeah,
just
it
using
really
punches
was.
and kicks.
Just punching
Yeah.
people in the arcade.
Yeah.
Oh, we figured out with Blanca that you could do electricity if you mask really fast.
Yeah.
Ah, right. So that would have been a popular thing because that's the easiest. And also Honda. I don't know if people
Honda's
figured out how to-
100 fist. Yeah.
Yeah, Honda was really popular.
Chun-Li's kick as well.
Yeah.
So Jacob, you're saying that you guys played for score in the arcade.
Yeah.
Did you guys like have a high scoreboard or anything like that, or was there much of a crew happening at that time? Or
No, there was no scoreboard. It was just getting the highest score on the machine.
Yep.
The top score.
do you ever get into like Metal Slug 2 or 3 after that, or do you have any kind of?
I played them, and I was actually going for the Metal Slug 2 record a couple of years ago, but I can't play games where you have to stand in a location and just shoot things for 20 minutes. It's too boring.
Yeah.
I have no patience with games these days, so I actually play a lot of short games like Outrun or Micro 31 in Galaga and stuff like that, Contra games.
Yeah, right.
Short games. Yeah, I speedrun Kung Fu on the NES. That's like 4 minutes.
Oh, nice.
Wow. 4 minutes. Oh my God.
That's
Intense.
pretty cool. Like, yeah, if you've only got like 30 minutes or 20 minutes to play that day, you can have a few runs.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
You gonna come back to us, Neil, or you?
Yeah, I'm here. My camera's just playing up.
Stroganoff.
Neil does this whenever someone talks about Kung Fu because he jerks off. It's super weird.
He'll be back in a minute.
He'll be back in much sweatier in like 2 minutes. You're weird, Neil. What's wrong with you, mate?
It's a problem, all right. So,
Not a
where do you find an
not a-
answer for these things? Like,
It's not a problem for you, Neil. It's a problem for everyone else, man.
Yeah, you're having the time of your life over there.
This is
Karate
great.
chopping your dick away.
Wow.
That's too good.
That's amazing.
no, it's still not back.
No.
That's okay.
Yeah, you guys keep on going. I'll fix this
Maybe.
up shortly.
I wanted to ask.
Give me 15.
Yeah.
Right now.
Oh, nice. Cave
Is that
shooters and
S-
stuff like
Is
that.
it, yeah, Espagluta. Is that one of them, Jacob?
Yeah, Espagluta 2 is on there.
Ah, yeah.
Nice.
I think I got all of them actually.
I think there was a collection that came out by Cave in Japan. I saw The Last Gamer got it
Yeah,
on YouTube
that
a while ago.
big white box.
Yeah, that's probably the way I'd go.
Well, they
'cause
named it after your mum, Sean.
the big white box. Oh, you fucker!
It
I was like,
took you long
what?
enough. Wait a second. There's something in this.
Yeah.
Julian Ruland is a
well-
saint. You do it.
Where is Mr. Niels? Is he?
He couldn't make it tonight, unfortunately. Would
He's
have been good.
jerking off to Kung Fu.
Don't worry,
Every
that's totally
That's
normal.
normal.
For Neil.
Yeah.
Normal
I
Saturday.
think that was on the last episode, wasn't it? Or the one before?
What, him actually jerking off to Kung Fu?
At least talking about it.
That was the
Yeah, just-
OnlyFans episode, that one.
Yeah.
So maybe
well,
it
actually,
was.
he may have been because we made the joke because his video was off for a bit.
Yeah.
Like,
Straight after we talked about Kung Fu, his video just went dead. Yeah.
like, oh, what are you doing, Neil? You're just jerking off. We said to the guest, Jacob Spring. Yeah, he just does this whenever we talk about the kung fu.
It's funny. Am I the guest? Because it's funny me being the guest because
yeah, you're
like
the guest,
everybody's
absolutely.
we kind of know each other already.
We do indeed.
Except for, I mean, Sean, I know through the streams as you know, he's been in my channel. I've been
Kill Screen Brother.
Kill Screen Brother.
Yes,
I'll never
sir.
forget
Oh
that
man,
weekend.
you motivated me like.
Was
so
that
much.
it? I didn't get that weekend was pretty massive. Was that the same weekend that Justin Elliott got a kill screen on Donkey Kong
On Junior.
And
it was
on Crazy
around
Kong.
that time.
Yeah.
3 in a row.
Yep.
Jesus.
What a maniac, eh?
He's incredible, man. And he did that in 14 days, Junior kill stream in 14 days.
Wowzers. All right, well,
he's such a good guy.
If you like,
he's going to be our what do you call it? You know, when he gets the world record, he will be a great figurehead for the company. And then I couldn't get above 600 for like 3 months straight, and then all of a sudden I had 2 games. One was a 500, one was the kill screen. Just after a while. But there's a story behind all these. So I started playing. Then 2 weeks after I started playing, another person that was playing was Mr. Michael Edwards,
Mr. Edwards.
Nibbler Billion. Mr. Michael Edwards had got his Nibbler Billion. He was watching Matt too, and he kind of was. He didn't tell me he started, but he sort of started playing about 2 weeks after me. And every single time I got a PB, he would get one the next day, right? The next day, and it was like within 10,000 points. And then every 2 weeks, like clockwork, I get a PB, and then he started leapfrogging me. So it'd be like I'd get a score, like a couple of hundred, and then he'd leapfrog it by like, you know, anything between 10 and like 40 grand. And I'd be like, oh Christ. And then so we were driving each other, I think, or he was driving me, or one of the two. We kept on driving each other until I got my 769, and then he got a 780. So he leapfrogged me again, the bastard.
That's so close.
And he was just so good on his first man. He was great at springs. And just, it just happened to be that I got the kill screen before him. So he was due 2 weeks after me because that's the same length. And I don't know, I think he kind of weighed off it a bit. He kind of went, I've helped Jeff get to his kill stream. I don't care that much anymore. I'm sure he will, and I'm absolutely sure he will by next Kong off have a kill screen as well. So it's a feeling, right? But I think if you'd been going for years, it would be. For me, it was like...
It was.
Yeah. For me, it was like, oh, finally, I can. You know, Matt's going to stop complaining when I get bottom hammer and leech.
Yeah.
It was like this, like weight off my shoulders. It was like, okay, that's done. Let's move on to the next thing.
It was a
now,
mix for me.
Yeah. So, but it really did. It felt like a relief, and it was like, okay, now I can start grabbing the bottom hammer. I've got an excuse. I can start doing all this fun stuff that I see these guys doing.
Oh wow.
That's really how it felt.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, mine was the same, but I was very, very keen and excited. I was just like, fucking, holy shit, I did it. I was pumped the whole night.
Yeah.
I kept saying on the way to dinner to Michelle, like, oh, I'm a fucking kill screener. I fucking did it. And I couldn't wait to like see all the messages come in from all you guys.
Yeah, all that
like,
acknowledgement.
Congratulations and stuff. Yeah. Like, finally I'm recognized.
Thank you. You're too kind. You're too kind.
Yeah, exactly. They like me. They really like me.
Shout out to all the partners that put up with gaming. Unless you've got a partner like Reed that is actually into the gaming as well, right?
Yeah. They can do a better score on Qubit than you can. Not anyone out.
Yeah. Should have destroyed me any day on that game.
Yep.
Yeah. So my missus plays Xbox and sort of Mass Effect and stuff like that, but
awesome.
Cool.
Doesn't really play
based around the physical things and like venues as well, like Netherworld and One Up and Pincadia. Like it's a bit more sacred, like these places, and you don't want to be a dickhead to the people in the community because you have to face them.
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't want to be a dickhead to people anyway, but that's an extra like level of like.
Oh, I think it's
you care about these people. They're actually your friends. It's not like you're just playing someone online. And, like,
well, further
they can
to
be
that,
friends too, but
further to that, I think it's also a sense of belonging and knowing that you belong to something good and something that you want to protect. You don't want to ruin it, and that it makes it a lot more important to you to make sure that all those interactions are positive. And that, I mean, that's the way I feel anyway. That even when you see like someone's beaten your score, and if you were doing it online, you could probably just give someone a little bit of, but you wouldn't do that in the arcade scene. It just you don't even feel like doing that. It doesn't. Yeah, there's no appeal in it.
It literally spurns you on. You're like, man, how did you get that score? Can you show us some tips? Or and then you start working together. Yeah.
Fucking well done.
You're pumped for your mates, even if they beat your own score, because
That's right.
it's part of. It's just.
Oh yeah, Sean.
It's just continuing something.
You get a little bit heartbroken, but then you find a job in it.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, you talk about you and Johnny trading places in scores and games all the time, and I love that.
Like
I love those
mates.
stories.
I
love those stories.
Oh, we love
man.
to compete. Like, it's great. Yeah. If I want to beat anyone, it's Johnny, just because I know he'll take
so
it
emotional about it.
Yeah.
He loves it. He loves seeing people succeed. It's amazing. That's the one.
He does. Yeah. And
awesome.
you do his.
Just don't like playing this to him at Kong off when he starts screaming.
Oh yeah.
Even when he's not dead, he's just screaming.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh, you got to be kidding me. He's so funny. Holy shit. Sweet. I'm definitely very well looked after, and Michelle like gets packages from my mum here and there as well.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
oh yeah,
we can
Vegemite
see
Tim Tams.
Yeah. She spends over $100 on one like decent sized box to send. She's
nice.
Wow. She can't help herself. Shout out to mum. Shout out to you, Mrs. Ruland.
G'day, Mum.
Hey, Mum. She does. I don't think she knows what a podcast is, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, so
there's no Neil around for any mum jokes either, so sorely missed.
Oh my god, he's something's like in his head right now, like something's happening. He can feel it. There's a mum joke that I'm missing out.
Spidey senses are going off.
Yeah. My mum joke senses are tingling.
Oh man.
Then, when did you quit? When did you quit your addiction, and did you go to rehab?
Well, he's not. He's not. He said he still relapses, bro.
True.
Yeah,
true.
I would say I've never quit, and I'm not sure I really intend
I'll never quit.
I think there was definitely some unhealthy years where all I was doing was playing World of Warcraft outside of work and study. And
super addictive, eh?
I was saying that me and my two younger brothers, we played a lot of games together, and we do now. But I sort of missed out on a little block of that, which was Xbox 360 era. So my brothers were playing Gears of War, and they were playing League of Legends, and they were playing like a bunch of these other interesting games that I just never bothered with because I was sucked into the World of Warcraft.
Right.
And so now I'm finding this really cool, especially having lockdown being a thing. I'm in this really cool situation where my brothers are always online, and we have Discord, and they're always sort of in voice chat and whatnot. So I'll just jump on and play some games of League or like whatever else is popular on Steam, and I feel like I'm making up for those few years that I missed, which is just really, really cool.
Yeah, and all the games are still new to you as well, which is cool.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, I mean we're playing League of Legends, which they played 10 years ago, and I'm a noob. Like I never played it before. So it's new and exciting. But with the World of Warcraft thing, I no longer have that addiction. But I still love the franchise. I still have a lot invested in it, and whenever there's a new expansion, I'll complete it. I'll get to max level. I'll do a bit of the end game content, and then I just call it when I've had enough.
Jack, was QUT esports?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So you had the 64 and then PS1, PS2. Did you get the GameCube when it came out?
64, then SNES.
Oh yeah, sorry, 64.
Yeah, 64 and then SNES.
Back to the superior SNES.
Yeah, there are a lot of good games. There are a lot of good games on SNES. So
good looking games.
Yeah, they were
controversial, but valid.
It was
one
like the
note on
peak
this-
of
on
the
this-
2D versus like the very bottom of
The beginning of 3D, yeah.
era,
Yeah.
you know, so.
Yeah. A note on the Super Nintendo front was we got it as a we got it as a hand-me-down from family friends.
You traded it
came
for
with
a
handful
handy.
of games.
Nice.
deal.
That'd be a pretty good deal these days.
I'd do it.
People get bored in pandemics, man. do what you got to do.
People also get desperate for old hardware. So
old hardware.
Have to come to some sort of arrangement.
So anyway.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we'll catch you in episode 53.